Hello, English 100 students. This is your librarian, Leah Thomas, here to give you a very short intro for some search tips to help you search the databases for your next assignment. Uh, this upcoming assignment, you're going to have to get some outside resources to support your essay. And so I'm here to give you some tips about how to get started with searching in the library resources. So there'll be this video about thinking about your search terms, and then the next video where I'll do a little demo of actually searching in the databases. Before you get started with a topic, before you start actually searching, I always encourage students to actually sit with their topic a little bit and think about it and write things down. Literally, writing things down makes a big difference when you're starting to work on an essay or some kind of project, doing some brainstorming. And brainstorming doesn't count if you're just thinking about it in your head. That's just thinking. I really encourage students to write things down. So that's what I'm encouraging you to do here. Think about the topic that you're going to be writing about. Think about how the writer writes about this topic. What words and terms do they use in their essay or in the article that you're looking at? Think about how you talk about this topic. How would you explain this topic to maybe one of your friends? Like what language would you use? What are different ways that people talk about this topic? Who's being affected by it? Who are the major players, who is talking about this topic, and why are they talking about it, and where are they talking about it? Is it something that you're going to find in the New York Times? Might be a good place to find an article, or are there going to be books written about your topic, or are you maybe going to have more luck if you look at, I don't know, Twitter or something like that? So it's important to think about where the kinds of conversations are happening around whatever topic you're talking about. So to talk about things in kind of real world terms, this, I believe, is one of the essays that you're looking at as a possibility for your essay number 3. There's the Warren Buffett article about the super rich. So this is just my brainstorming that I actually wrote down. You see it's written down. Thinking about the ways that people talk about the super rich. How do I talk about the super rich? What are some kind of good words that I found in the article? It talks about the middle class. It talks about tax cuts. That made me think of living wages, the 1%, the working poor. These are all kind of concepts and ideas that relate back to what Warren Buffett is talking about in his article about the super rich. He talks specifically about the Giving Pledge, so you could do some research on that, see what people are doing with that concept, with that idea. The concept of just the responsibility of the rich, income inequality, looking probably specifically at the United States for an article like this. Or an essay like this, and just even, simple words like wealthy. What are the different ways that people say rich? You say wealthy, you say well off, you say rich, you say super rich. Thinking about those concepts and writing them down, because these are the kinds of ideas that we're going to be taking into the databases. Because just doing a search in the database for the word super rich, probably not going to find you a whole lot. So we have to think about all the different ways that people are talking about this topic and then take it directly into the databases. If you were doing the reading the essay and responding to the essay about the engineering and humanities connection, these are some other ideas I came up with. Again, writing things down makes a big difference. Science education, arts education, creativity in the sciences, STEM, STEAM. You might be familiar with STEM. I think it's science, technology, engineering, and math. STEAM is a concept that puts arts in it, so the A is for arts. Just the concept of interdisciplinary studies, metaphorical thinking, which I pulled out of the article, human-centered design, which also came out of the article, and then just the concept of engineering and the arts. And then I also grabbed whole brain experience, which was something that was written about in the article. So it's about looking at the article that you have in hand, looking at the assignment, and then thinking about, okay, how are people talking about these topics? What words can I use? What are the best keywords? What are the kind of best parts of the conversation that I can pull out to then use in a database search, which we'll be doing in the next video. So again, before you start, think about related words, terms, concepts. Think about the different ways people talk about your topic, synonyms, antonyms. Think about who, like what population is being affected by this topic. Who are the major players and who is talking about this and why. And again, once again, I'll say it, repeat, repeat, repeat. Write things down. Pen and paper, pencil and paper. You can type it out, but I really do recommend just making some notes by hand. I think that's a great way to get started. And then you'll take those ideas into the databases with our next video.